Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time, we got up and running a bunch more proliferator and a bunch more... What was the other thing we put in here? Carbon nanotubes, a little bit of carbon nanotubes. Right, and some energetic graphite and diamonds as well. We want to work on titanium alloy. That's another shortfall that we have. In order to do that, we need sulfuric acid, which unfortunately... The only way to get that is to mess around with oil. Now, there is a nearby planet that has, or a nearby star, that has a planet with some sulfuric acid in it. Let me see if I can figure out which one it is. Not this one. Water is ocean. Sulfuric acid ocean, yeah, here we go. 42 Muskai. So, this one has a bunch of iron, copper, some silicon and titanium, stone coal, no oil, but it does have sulfuric acid. Was there another one that had an ocean? Not sure. That had kimberlite ore. I think those are the only ones I can see right now. They're the only ones close enough. So... we did have a sulfuric acid ocean here, which means we could be producing quite a bit of there's titanium as well. Yeah, we could be making a lot of titanium there. I think I'm gonna rename this. This is after another viewer, Distracticus Prime. So we may be headed there at some point, but we wouldn't be transporting sulfuric acid because the stack size is 20, which is very small. We'd want to be transporting finished product, and we just don't have the resources right now to go over there and set it up. So we're gonna have to do something here. Let's take a look and see where we've got some oil wells we can mess around with. We've got 3 per minute right there. That seems like a good place to kind of hang out, get started. We are going to need stone and water as well, though, so hold on. If we've got crude oil here, do we have any stone nearby that we're not using? This is all in use for what? I'm not sure. We're feeding this in to make glass, okay, and brick, and none of it's really in use, so we can maybe double tap this and all this water to use it for something else. I think that's reasonable, right? Okay. So the first thing we need to make is refined fuel. That's an ingredient in sulfuric acid. We don't have a lot of land mass here, so let's route the oil down to like maybe here. Let's do that. Okay. Let's put down an extractor. And then let's see about, let's see, I have a bunch of extra crap in here that I don't need. Let's see. You can go there. And there. Okay. What else do we have that I don't really need? I don't need this extra set of magnets. I don't need these. I guess I'll just delete them, which feels a little painful, given how hard they are to come by. Let's see. We're okay for everything else. I don't need 4 of those or 120 of those. I don't need those shell sets. That's a bunch of raw coal. What else can I get rid of? Anything else? Get rid of one of those. Okay, that should narrow things down a little bit. That feels a little bit better. Okay, so you have you have 3 per minute or 3 per second output, which I believe is, I believe that translates to, I believe 1 oil per second on a SAP translates to 60 units of oil. I think that's correct. So let's say you're powered on. We can get, what is that? 180 oil per minute, crude oil per minute out. Something like that. Yeah, 3 units per second is equivalent to 180 per minute. Now, this decreases over time, so it won't stay that high very long. As we begin pulling things out, it'll start to fade away. And we're going to run that down to where we have some land to work with, which is all the way down here. Okay. You know what? We have another crude oil seep right here. Maybe we use that one instead. Or maybe we join them up so that as they decrease, it continues to output what we expect. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Let's just run that down there. What's the right way to do this? Can I... If I dodge left around here, I can come down this way. Where's this other seep? Oh, all the way over there? Okay. Let's actually run you over. Maybe we'll come down by a little bit more and then come over like this and then hop down towards the other line. There we go. That looks good. Okay, we'll join these up. What were you making? You were making iron and steel? Looks like all of the iron is gone. So you're not making anything anymore. You're just burning through energy to do nothing. Let's get rid of you guys. And you were sending copper in. You can be fixed. Okay, let's fix you. Whatever you were up to can continue for a time. Let's join up the oil. So we're going to have another seep here. There we go. Okay. How are you on? Start pulling oil this way. And we'll join this up to make sure we have a continual supply, right? Okay. So, with that in place, we now have some crude oil to work with. We need to turn it into... The first thing we need to do is turn it into refined fuel. And then we're going to have a byproduct that I don't really care about. So, we'll probably put that into some sort of... let's see. This is the hydrogen trio. I don't think that's the one we want to use. What does this do? A trio of refineries which produces 3 hydrogen and 1 energetic graphite. That's not the one we want. We want to produce refined fuel for use in making sulfuric acid. So, let's see how many refineries we have right now. I've got 18. I might need a few more. I'm not sure. What is this? Oh, this is where hydrogen goes. So you know what? We can just feed the hydrogen into this storage setup, and it's feeding into this tower as well. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Alright, so we want to be efficient in what we do. So we want to turn this crude oil. I believe we want a trio of 3 for this, or maybe it's 2, I can't remember. I also can't remember whether they can trade items directly. But let's say we take in some crude oil here. And we turn you into fuel. We're looking for refined fuel most of all, right? So we'll do the plasma, we'll plasma refine into fuel and hydrogen. And then we want you to do X-ray cracking. So you need... No, we want to do reformed refinement. Oh, this one needs coal input as well? All right, forget it. Never mind. We'll just do it the inefficient way then. So you need 1 space between you and your nearest neighbor to do outputs, right? So you guys are going to output stuff here. You're going to have outputs here. We can delete you. And then your outputs are going to be what? You'll output... refined fuel onto one line. And you'll put hydrogen on the other. right? Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, those aren't powered, so let's see. You'll put out... Let's do hydrogen here. So hydrogen comes out there. And there. And then refined fuel comes out here. And here. Right? There we go. That's fine. That's good enough. So the hydrogen comes out, the refined fuel comes out, and then we just copy this a bunch, right? And then we'll figure out what to do with the output lines after we've got it set up. So in terms of crude oil, we've got 3 and 3. We should be able to absorb quite a bit. If we go 180, these two seeps will last forever. So how much do you take in and what do you produce? So let's see, this recipe is happening 15 times per minute, taking in 30 crude oil. So 2 of them eat up 60. So 3 of these should eat up half of what's coming on this line and stay good for a good long while. All right. I think I will grab this. Yeah, I think I will grab this. Let me make sure we include the sorters. Okay. And then we'll call this, we'll put this like, we'll do a 2-to-1 here. And it'll be crude oil into refined oil. We'll call it refined fuel. Or refined oil. Is it refined? No, it's refined oil. And then... How much is it putting out? Is this... Each one does 60. We can have... No, each one does 30? Let me check what this actually does. So you take in... You're doing 15 recipes per minute. So you take in 30 crude oil and output 30 refined fuel. So combined, you're producing 60. Plus 30 hydrogen, right? Yeah, okay. Let's open that up. Let's actually change this to be 3-to-1. We'll add the hydrogen. So... Input 60 crude oil. Output 60 refined oil. 30 hydrogen. Refined oil 60. I guess we'll call it that, right? That works. So we should be able to now use that blueprint to throw down 2 more of these. They can be right up next to each other. Can they? I think it'll complain, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't like that. We'll do that. And then we'll do this. We need a little foundation, it looks like. Okay. Let's power these on. And maybe I should have thrown a... maybe I should have added this to the blueprint, but I didn't. Okay. So out comes hydrogen and refined fuel, refined oil, right? Yes. Okay. The hydrogen we want to get rid of. So we'll route it into this tank over here. For now. For lack of a better idea of what to do with it. Hold on. That's terrible. Let's draw something good. So you can go in like this, right? Okay. Come down to here. Route yourself in. Okay. So all the hydrogen will go in there. And what do we do with the fuel? How do we hop things over here? I guess the fuel starts flowing this way. Let's cut these back a bit. The fuel starts joining up and heading to the right, like so. All right, and then we'll connect these up as T-junctures, and then the hydrogen will hop over. Do the same thing here. Okay, so all the hydrogen goes into these tanks for now. It can be available in the network at some point, and eventually this will get a backstop once these tanks fill up. But that shouldn't be for a while. And now we have a bunch of refined fuel to work with, which we're going to turn into sulfuric acid. Okay, so the sulfuric acid recipe calls for water, refined fuel, and stone. Where do we have stone nearby? We had some that was like not really being used because it had filled up a bunch of crap that we don't care about. Over here, right? Yeah. So it's being used to make glass and what? Prisms? Brick? It's being used to make glass and brick? Where does this line, where do these all connect? So this line comes over here to make brick, and there's another line coming from over here. This one is more suitable for our use. And again, it's like, it's all... Is this splitting it into two lines? I guess it is. Probably because I was using Mark 1. Yeah, because I was using Mark 1s. So we want brick here. I guess this one's probably the best one to get it from. This one over here. So they're all joining up there. Maybe it's not. Maybe we just pull from. They're kind of in an awkward position for me to siphon them off. All right, let me go get them and bring them over here somehow. I think. So where do they join? They join right here. Okay, let's throw down a splitter. It seems like a good place for a splitter. And that way we can do two things. What is this? You're dying. You're not quite out of goodies, but you're dying. All right, well, that's fine. Yeah, let's throw a splitter here. 1, 2, 3. That lets me do two things. First of all, I can split things off, which is the name, what the name implies, right? Second of all, I can upgrade this side of the belt to Mark 3. Okay, so I'm getting from these two over to here. We're not taking anything from here. That's fine. Let's finish this up into this. And then we'll set our priority here. And then we'll take some extra for ourselves and route it elsewhere. Okay, you hop over those. And then come over and join the crude oil line for now. That's going to be a good guide for us. Ah, nuts. Okay, you'll travel this latitude line then, since you didn't like the other one. And then do I need to hop over or not? I'm not sure. Let me check. Let me see how I want this to be. So we have one input here. We need 3 inputs, right? And we need it to be... Let's see. We want it to be on this side. So yeah, well... Do we want it to be on this side? Or do we want to continue the line? I think we want to have it on the other side. So we'll hop the line with the stone. Let's get you finished settling up. Let me take one more stack out of my logistics. We'll get all of you and delete you. We'll get all of you and delete you. Get all of the hydrogen and delete that. Okay. So this line hops over the oil and then heads back down to follow it. Comes over here and down and around. Okay, this is looking good. You come down like here and join this line. And then we set up a couple water pumps. I don't know how many we need. I think we determined that these give off like 55 or something. Water pump. So this is going to be easier to manage if I make a clean line of foundation. Let's do that. So water pumps. How many do we need? We're producing like... And we may want to proliferate this as well. I think we have more than enough stone and refined fuel. We're doing 180, right? We determined that. We're producing 180 refined fuel. We're going to have plenty of stone for the recipe. So let's take a look. If I throw down more chemical plants to make sulfuric acid, what does the recipe involve? So for 180 fuel... we are going to be using, let's see, 10 recipes per minute. So we'll be using 60 refined fuel, which means we can support 3 of these. Is that all, really? And we're going to produce 120 sulfuric acid? I guess that's right. So 180 refined fuel, 60 per minute. Yeah. Well, we'll proliferate it, so we'll be producing 5, not 4. So that's fine. But we're only going to be able to support 3 of these. And we're going to need, let's see, 10 recipes, 40 water. And I think the water pumps do 50. I'll have to double check. Let's go put one down. We need 40 times 3. So what can we get from 1? What do you produce? Mining speed 140. How does this even work? Does it tell me? Collecting speed 70 per minute. Now, do we also get the 140% bonus on top of that? Because then 2 of these would be sufficient. We might just need 2 here. I'm not sure. Let's move this ever so slightly. So instead of being there, you'll be 1 to the right, and then your friend will be 1 to the right as well. Okay, so you should now be able to come directly down here. Okay. You can join up. That seems fine. Let me get these powered on and get a quick glance at what kind of output they're doing. 70 per minute. Okay. So we needed 40 from 3 was 120. These are producing 140 together. Okay, that's more than enough. So then we can proliferate all this and make a bunch of sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid is going to be used to make titanium alloy. So we're going to need a tower here for both the proliferator and for the finished product, and to call in titanium and steel. So let's throw down a planetary tower here. I don't have any right now. I need to craft one. You're not free, are you? Oh, you have proliferator. Okay, so we can get the proliferator from there. That seems good. Let's throw some sprayers on here. 1, 2. Of course I misplaced the third one. Let's get the proliferator here. Okay, let's pull some out of you because you've got some. Seems good. Let's go ahead and come on out. Hop over to here, and then There we go. You'll feed in there and proliferate the inputs. We might have more use for you later, but for now, that's going to be fine. Okay. So, assuming these are powered, then we can begin making proliferated sulfuric acid here. We need outputs in the front, so outputs between each chemical plant. The output's only one type of... Yeah, the output is only one type of item, so let's go to production. We're gonna have pairs. Oh, wasn't there... Wait a minute. Oh, refineries have the thing on the back, but the chemical plants don't. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can still work this. So they'll go along like this. So let's build one first and see what we're talking about here. I think we said we could support 3 of these, right? Yeah. And then we'll figure out our output. So it's gonna be 50 per minute out. So we'll have 150 sulfuric acid. Seems good. We're pulling in stone and refined fuel and water, all of which will be proliferated. That's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and do inputs here. So 1, 2, 3. Looks good. You're making sulfuric acid. All right. Let's get 3 of you. Looks like this line will have to go just a little bit further. All right, we're making progress. We're 27 minutes into the episode, but I feel like we're going to get the titanium alloy done in this episode. I think we're very close now. Let's copy you. Move you there. Perfect. Okay. So we power you on, and then out comes our friendly sulfuric acid. And all of this should be proliferated, so we should be getting 12.5 per minute instead of 10 per minute. There we go. Okay. So we're going to have 150 sulfuric acid here. And then for titanium alloy production, we need the sulfuric acid, we need steel, and I think we need titanium ingots. And that will be that. So sulfuric acid will be the limiter. Everything else will come from the network. Where's titanium alloy? Come on now. Where are you on this diagram? Are you not made... You're not made in a... Oh, you must be made in a smelter. Hold on. I guess that makes sense. So a smelter making titanium alloy. There we go. Alright, so... You do... Oh boy, it's a weird recipe. You do, what, 5 recipes per minute? And you take in 40... You take in 40 sulfuric acid per minute. We have 150, so we could support 4 smelters, one of which won't quite run at full speed. Okay. So... Because 4 times 4 is... Yeah, okay, so we're going to have 4 of these. Alright. And we want to proliferate both the... all 3 of the inputs to make sure we get our bang for our buck. So I think we'll put the output in here. We'll put the titanium alloy in here. We'll feed it in, and we will supply locally. We'll limit this to... You know what? I'm going to leave it at 5,000. We can just fill it up. That's fine. Okay. So you're going to supply the output of our 4 smelters, which means we are going to want to take the output and then proliferate it along with the inputs from another tower. So we'll set a tower down like here. We'll collect up the sulfuric acid. What's the right way to do this? Yeah. Okay. So we'll bring that over here, or maybe we'll reverse it. What's the right way to do this? I'm gonna reverse this. then it comes out. No, because we want to, yeah, we want to proliferate. And then we want the outputs. Okay, I think I got it. So we're going to have... Did I leave enough room here? I don't think so, because I can't get a smelter down and an output line. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Then our output line is going to be on this side, and it's going to hop over some stuff, I think. Let's take it back a node or two. Let's have it hop up. Yeah, that works. We could just have it hop up and come to there, and then hop down and inside. There we go. Okay, so just a little bit of a zigzag as it goes up and over. Okay, so you guys are going to output, and we need to have you all making titanium alloy. Okay, copy and paste, paste, paste. Out comes titanium alloy. Okay. Now where are we going to do the proliferator? Right here, I think. We're going to bang a left here. And then come down like this. And then we'll have the outputs from the tower, because we're going to demand steel. We're going to demand steel. And we're going to demand titanium ingots. And those are going to feed in over here. So you're going to come out like this and come down and around to feed in. And then you're going to come out of here and do the same thing. Which means we can put our 3 sprayers right here and then loop some of this in to feed it. So let's get our sprayers on. 1, 2, 3. Looks good. Let's pick a little bit up off of you. And then can we get you to feed in directly? Not quite. All right, we'll come back around from this side then. So we'll come up by one here and feed in like that. Oh, I went too far. That looks good. Okay, let's throw a pile sorter on here. Grab some of that off. That goodness, feed it in. There we go. Okay, so now all these inputs will be proliferated, and we can do them over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So in goes the sulfuric acid, the water, or rather, in goes the sulfuric acid, the steel, and the titanium ingots, all proliferated, and out comes delicious, delicious titanium alloy, which feeds into this network. Okay, I think we're just about done here. Let's power it on. And let's see if it works. Titanium ingots are in transit. I need outputs for the sulfuric acid as well. Okay. That's proliferated. Why isn't that proliferated? Maybe I just have to let it catch up here. Now it's proliferated. Okay. Okay, there we go. 5 recipes per minute instead of 4. Or 6.3 instead of 5, I guess. Yeah, it would have been 5 recipes per minute. So it would have been 5 times 4 is 20. We get an extra 25%, so it's 25 for each of these. So all told, these should be producing 100 titanium alloy per minute and putting it into the network, which was a shortfall for us. And now it isn't anymore. Right? Right. Okay, that's a good use of some oil and some stone. A little bit of water. And some steel and titanium. We've got titanium alloy feeding into the network. We can see it growing here. Once it hits 70, I think there should be demand for it. Right? Unless I don't have a tower that requests it, which I think I should. Let me head over to the mall and check. All right. That's what I wanted to do this episode, so we might call it there. I think with that in place, we're ready to start working on, unless I'm mistaken, I think we're ready to start working on this frame material. I think we might need a little bit more carbon nanotube production, which in turn probably means we need a couple more orbital collectors, because we've like triple dipped our fire ice right now. Where is the alloy? It's right over here. So you should be requesting alloy, right? Oh, you're full? Okay. Weren't there a bunch of people asking for this titanium alloy and not getting it? Provide to other distributors. Okay, 2 out of range. You don't need all of that. Or I guess you do, actually. That's the whole point. So there is a lot of titanium alloy available. Where are we seeing shortfalls? Let's see. What are you looking for? You're looking for processors. Understandable. You're looking for these things which we haven't produced anywhere yet. The red ones are over full, so what are you looking for? Frame material, okay. Anybody blue and empty is curious to me. You're looking for processors, makes sense. You're looking for processors, as are you. You're looking for, titanium. Okay, you're okay. What do you want? You want processors. Okay, it seems like we weren't quite as defunct on that as I suspected. But I feel like there was somebody who wanted it and wasn't getting it. Was it Blue Ring Production wasn't getting any? Yeah, Blue Ring Production wasn't getting any for a while. Or no, that wasn't involved in that. What's going on over here? What's going on over here? Are you making blue rings for me, buddy? You're not. Why not? Okay, what is the holdup here? Electromagnetic turbines. Okay. So somebody should be requesting those from somewhere, right? All right, so we're back to overusing these, I guess, at the moment. I thought we made a lot, but maybe I double dipped in using them. Yeah, there's demand for these. Motors and electromagnets. Might not be making quite enough of those, but maybe it's just a matter of, like, sluggishness as the system shuffles things around. It catches up on filling depots and then becomes available to somebody else. We were trying over here at the mall. We were trying to do what? We were trying to make these. So it looks like this demanded some titanium alloy, but that is now available to it. Looks like we're waiting on some processors to make these energy exchangers. Why don't we go ahead and give you a little bit of a hand here. Got 1,600, got some to burn. Let's throw those in there and get a couple of those made. We are producing, we've got 8 planetary logistics systems and 7 interstellars available. So the limit here is what? It's not producing these because of what? Processors? Yeah, surprise, surprise. We don't have processors. I would love to get processors shipped in from Clement Star. We are close on that. I mean, I guess I could start turning these into warpers with the inefficient recipe and sending them out. The other thing I could do is run back there and get a shipment. To make orbital collectors, we need these thrusters. We need the accumulators that are full. Right. So I think I'm mostly caught up on like backfilling stuff. I think we'll let the system run for a while and see how it goes. But what we're gonna have to do next episode, I think, is use these devices, these energy exchangers. We're gonna have to use those to... Let me get at least a couple for myself. We're gonna have to use those and set up some sort of automated production of the full accumulators to be used in producing the orbital collectors, which we do need a few more of. So I guess we'll be experimenting with that next episode, and that will be it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Sulfuric acid into more titanium alloy. Next time we'll be using new tech. We'll be experimenting with these energy exchangers, a facility that converts electric power. It can either deposit surplus power from the power grid into an empty accumulator to fully charge it, or release the power stored in a fully charged accumulator. Okay. So we'll set up like a field of these back here. We'll set up like a field of them back here. We'll feed empty accumulators into them, which we'll probably call over a logistics spot because there's like two depots full of them over there. And then we'll feed them into this production line to make orbital collectors. So an orbital collector needs... what? 20 of them? And it takes 30 seconds to make one in an assembler, so we'll need 40 per minute. I don't know if we can get there or not, but we'll find out next time. We'll see you then. Take care.